What's up, guys? High Value Hacks back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about how you can organize your life, taking better control of it with all the various tasks, things you have to do, cutting things out, organizing, delegating, getting you to where you want to be. For those of you, if it's your first time, I welcome you. For those of you, if you're back, welcome back. My name is Joe. I'm an entrepreneur, investor, business, life, and relationship coach. So like I said, guys, life could be overwhelming, right? Sometimes it seems like we don't have enough time in the week, the day, the hour, or even the month, or even the year to get all the things done we want to get done. We have work, some of you have children, we have tasks, we have development, we have fitness, we've got others we need to take care of, we've got our house we need to take care of, we have family, the list goes on and on and on, right? Basically, I think at this day and age, we can say as adults, most of us are overwhelmed and it always seems like we don't have enough time. So what we're going to practice today is the skills that I teach my clients on how to restructure, get control of that, organize it, where it becomes automatic to you. You're going to master your skill set in getting organized and taking back control of all the tasks you have to do, right? So the first thing we have to do, as always, guys, we have to get a clear idea of what your goals are, what your vision is, and what your purpose is. Now, why do we do that? Because we want to prioritize things, and we can't prioritize things unless we know what's the most important to us. What's your purpose? What are you working towards? What are your goals? What's priority number one? What's priority number two? What's priority number three? And be completely honest with yourself. What are you working towards? What makes your hair stand up? What really gives you that feeling in your gut that's so important to you to work towards, that you're not willing to sacrifice anything and you put that first and foremost? That may be a top 5 things. Really get an idea of that. Take a second and establish that. That's going to be the first thing. Second thing that we're going to do is we're going to list all the things that you do consistently or like to do consistently. Try to stick to the things you're currently doing or like you feel like you need to do day to day, a regular day, and be completely honest to what you're doing. So if you wake up and wake up at 5 a.m., you go to the gym 5:30, then you come home, you get ready for work, you're at work by 8 a.m., you work till 6, then after 6, there's really nothing going on until you go to bed at 10, right? Okay, you got 4 hours. Be honest. What do you do with those 4 hours? Maybe straighten up a little bit, cook dinner, do some dishes, watch some Netflix. Be honest, because this is what we need to do. Do that for days that you work and days that you don't work, for an average day for yourself, and really establish it and get super honest. It's the only way this is going to work, guys. Lying to ourselves does absolutely fucking nothing, and I can't stand it when people give themselves excuses. The only excuse is you, nobody else. Just keep that in mind. So now we're looking at this list. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to eliminate or cut back on the things that aren't serving you towards your purpose. Where are you wasting a lot of time? Are you wasting a lot of time on certain people, products, things, TV time, video games, a hobby? You know, it's good to have balance, guys. Don't get me wrong. But if you're overwhelmed and you feel like there's not enough time to get things done, change your language, number one. From I don't have enough time to get everything done to I have all the time in the day to get what I need to get done. A lot of times you don't have enough time because you're either A, taking on things you shouldn't be and you're not delegating things to other people and you're taking on too much physically when you don't need to. B, it feels like you're overwhelmed because you're wasting a lot of time you're not acknowledging on shit that's not serving your purpose, like going to the fucking bar or watching 3 hours of Netflix or doing something that, you know, is just a complete waste of time, and you're telling yourself you don't have any time. Well, I wonder fucking why, right? So we want to cut back. You don't have to completely stop having fun. Cut back on some of those things. Some things you should be cutting out completely. You should know what those are if you get super honest with yourself, which ones you should cut back and which ones you should cut out. So the next thing is we want to keep a running list of tasks. So put one together. Put a quick list. I know they say don't do to-do lists, but they're actually great. I keep a running to-do list. Some of my offices, at my main business, I keep a running to-do list because sometimes you just don't remember things you have to do. Get yourself a to-do list together. And these aren't things you're doing on a regular daily basis. These are things that you have to catch up on. It's a one-time type of task. It's not an everyday thing. Like maybe you have to go to the dry cleaner. Maybe you have to get something repaired. Maybe you have to go to a store. Maybe you have to order something. Maybe you have to do food shopping, that sort of shit. Write those down and let's see where we land at. And you should keep a running list of things, because what's going to happen is you're going to take these tasks and you're going to be able to take it to the next step. We're either going to delegate them. Delegating them means you can give that to somebody else. So some of us out there, and I've been guilty of it too, we're control freaks. If it doesn't get done by me, it doesn't get right. It doesn't get done right. Well, that's your fault for thinking that way, because there are a lot of things that maybe they won't get done to the perfection that you'll get them done with, but at least they're getting done and you don't have to stress with it, right? You could also kind of, if it's employee or a husband or a wife or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or children, you can give them a delegated task that you know they're going to get done. Maybe it won't be perfect, but each time they do it, they'll get a little better at it. And next thing you know, you've delegated the task completely. Now you've taken a task that you would normally have to do that you don't have to do anymore. Following me? That's the art of delegating. When you run a business as a business owner, the reason most people don't make any money in their business is because they spend their time being an operator and not an owner. What does that mean? They spend so much time wearing every hat in the company and trying to do every little thing that the business doesn't grow, because it can't, because you have to be a leader. You have to work on the business. You have to work on your life and not so much in it. You can't be doing every little task. So maybe you're single, maybe you're not, but if you can delegate your work at the office, delegate some more work, especially if work is stressing you out, because I guarantee you, if you look into it, you can definitely find some ways to delegate. If you're at home and you live with a girlfriend or a husband or a wife, whatever it may be, ask them to help. If you're overwhelmed, they should be helping you. Just the fucking way it is, right? Great. Last thing, guys, and this ties into your to-do lists on a regular basis, implement the 2-minute rule. What is the 2-minute rule? 2-minute rule states that if there's any miscellaneous task that takes 2 minutes or under to get it done, do it immediately. Why do they suggest that? Because if you have an overwhelming list of 30 things and 20 of them are very quick and simple tasks, maybe not simple, but quick, maybe they're only a minute to 5 minutes long that they take, do them first, because it's going to take your list from 30 things to 10. And it looks like you've accomplished a lot. When it looks like you've gotten more things off of your plate, the anxiety is going to drop majorly. I know from experience myself that I always feel like I have so much to do and I'm so overwhelmed. But if I put it in front of me on paper and really see, okay, I have the rest of the week. I feel like I have a lot to do, but let's see how much I really have to do. And I kind of lay it out there. I realize I have plenty of time to do it. It doesn't feel that way because you're keeping 100 things in your mind rather than looking at it and analyzing it. Wow, I could break this thing down. Okay, Monday I can get these few things done. Tuesday I can get these few things done at this time. Wow, I actually have plenty of time. Look at that. Instead of jumping from task to task, especially at work, you've got 5 things that you want to do. So you spend 10 minutes on this, 10 minutes on this, and you never get anything done because you're jumping around so much that you're never actually focusing and getting anything done consistently. It overwhelms you. Break one out, move on. Make a plan, make a schedule, delegate tasks that can be delegated. I can't stress it enough. If you can delegate it, delegate it. I know it's tough. You're going to have to let go of control for a little while or permanently. I had to go through it too at some point, but it is the most unbelievable feeling once you can just let go and you don't have to be so overwhelmed. And then you're going to get to the point where you actually do something you enjoy and say, holy shit, I'm done with everything I have to do and I'm all caught up. Now I can do something that I enjoy. We all want to get to that point, right? But you can't manage what you don't measure. So if you don't know how much you have to do and you don't know where you're spending your time and you're not documenting any of that, you can't manage it. And if you can't manage it, you can't wrap your head around it. And if you can't wrap your head around it, you can't make changes. And if you can't make changes, you can't improve anything. And if you don't improve anything, you're going to feel the same fucking way that you've been feeling this entire time. Anxious, stressed out, and out of control. Hope this was helpful, guys. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, feel free to drop them down. Reach out to me directly if you have any questions or want any more advice. I appreciate you guys for joining me for yet again another video. Check you on the next one.